I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Jeffrey, and we're here to present our project that we are seeking funding for.
But first, you have to put on your imagination cap.
So this is the model of the project that we are intending to build. It is a 16 by 16 concrete poured root cellar with a vaulted concrete roof and a gravel floor that's dug into the side of a northwest facing hill. We intend to use this root cellar to store crops through the winter months for ourselves, for wholesale accounts, and for a future winter CSA for our farm. But during the summer months, the space would be too warm to store any vegetables that we were harvesting fresh during the summer months. And we require that. We use refrigeration at the moment, and we would like to get off refrigeration for storing our summer vegetables.
Alright, to explain how we're going to take this root cellar and turn it into a passive cooler that we can use all year round, let's look inside. Of course, in reality, this roof does not come off. It's going to be under 3 feet of ground. Inside the root cellar, we intend to have these tanks that will hold water, and in each tank we will have an array of pipe. There'll be a section of copper pipe that's in the water. Then there will be a section of rubber hose, and at the top there's another section of copper pipe, and then this top portion will be above the soil out in the ambient air. So it will be whatever temperature the air is outside. So and inside of these copper pipes we'll have butane. The reason why we've chosen butane is that it boils at 31 degrees. So that means when it is cold outside, below 31 degrees in the wintertime, it often is that cold here in Vermont, the gas that's inside the pipe will condense and turn into a liquid. That liquid will fall down into the bottom, into the tank of water. And the water, since it's not frozen yet, is above 31 degrees. It's above 32 degrees actually. And so that's going to boil that butane again. It's going to turn into a gas and come back up to the top where it meets the winter air. And it gets cold and condenses and falls back down again. And this will just keep happening. And each time it happens, it's taking heat out of the water that's in the tanks in the root cellar. And the water is going to get colder and colder and eventually become a big block of ice in each of these tanks. And once that's frozen, our job is to keep it frozen. So we intend to have a movable insulated wall that we can adjust based on if we want to keep all the cold in the tanks or if we want to make more space to cool things. And we'll play around with this a little bit as we find out how long the ice lasts and how much area we can have to work with for cooling things. But as this ice will slowly melt during the summer months, but it will be lasting for quite a while and cooling the air as it melts, and we have the insulated value of the earth surrounding the root cellar to keep the whole system as cold as possible. The reason why we have, I didn't show it here, but why there's not pipe the whole way, there's actually rubber hose between the part that sticks out of the ground and the part of the pipe that goes down into the water, is it so that in the summertime when it's warm out, this copper pipe is going to heat up a little bit, and if we didn't have that interruption, the heat would travel down into the water and melt the ice faster. So that's why we interrupt it with the rubber hose. Stops that from happening. So our friend who helped us design this has done the freezing of ice with butane in this way before and had it successfully keep ice into the summer months, even with pretty minimal insulation. So we're hoping that this system where the root cellar is already relatively cool. We're able to keep that cold as long as possible into the summer months. And we intend to monitor the system. We can add more tanks if we need to. We can adjust the insulation. And we'd really like to watch how this works and share the information with anyone who's interested in implementing this type of system on their own farm or small business, or even want to adjust it to a different scale for home use for refrigeration without electricity. So thanks for supporting our project, and we'd love if you would share it and contribute if possible.